You been on YouTube how long and never went live? Oh, honey, you need to do it. It's so easy. Just click and go. Oh, just go live. You'll love it. It's so easy to go live. No problem. Everybody said going live was easy breezy. Well, that was not my first experience. Let me tell you what happened with me on my very first live. You saw this video title, right? Well, listen. If you've been on YouTube for a while and you've been thinking about going live, and everybody's telling you, oh, it's so easy to do. It's so easy. It's so easy. I'm going to tell you what could possibly go wrong on your first live, first-hand experience. So maybe you won't make the same mistakes that I did. Come on in. Let's talk about it. Hi, it's Mrs. G, your favorite auntie, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, come on in. Come on in. Listen, today I'm going to tell you guys, you may have been thinking about going live for the first time. I'm pretty sure you saw the title of this video. What could possibly go wrong with going live for the first time? You may have been on YouTube for a while, and you know, just recently, this live stream thing has been the thing to do, right? So if you anything like me, you were like, I want to do this, but I'm nervous. I don't know what could go wrong. Let me do a little research on how this works. What should I use? Should I use my phone? Should I use my iPad? Should I use my webcam? All those questions, right? Well, yeah, I had the same questions. And listen, this was all a trial and error thing for me. Let me tell you my experience, so maybe you won't make the same mistakes that Mrs. G did. So, first of all, one of my favorite content creators, Mrs. Paula, from Mrs. Paula Does Retirement, she was actually live streaming on the same day. So, of course, I joined her live over there. You know how to give Miss Paula some support, you know what I'm saying? And then my good friend, Dub Honey, popped on. And I was like, what? What? They actually on here? Like, what's going on here? I wasn't expecting that. You know what? Miss Paula's an inspiration. She just gets on here and makes it seem so easy. So I said, you know what? I kind of want to try this. I've been thinking about it. Miss Paula been telling me, girl, go ahead and try it. You'll love it. You'll love it. So many other content creators that I've, talked to, they say, it's not hard. Just do it. You'll enjoy it. But honey, they didn't tell me all the stuff that could go wrong. My first experience was, first disaster flop. I was trying to go live using my webcam. And honey, I'm just clicking buttons and everything, and my niece was the one, Nita May. You may have seen her in one of the other videos. She really encouraged me to just go ahead and try it. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? So I was like, nah, I'm so nervous. I don't want to. But she was like, let's try it. So I go through all the steps on the webcam. You have to click certain buttons and whatnot. And honey, finally, it said, you're live. So I'm thinking, everything is everything. Everything is kosher, right? But yeah. So once I realized we were actually live, I'm thinking everybody can see me, right? But guess what? No, you couldn't see me. We were all dolled up and everything. And it said, for whatever reason, it was some message came up saying that I was not compatible, or not compatible. It was some word. I can't remember what it was, but I'm going to try to take a screenshot and I'm going to show y'all what I was talking about. But anyway, you could definitely hear our audio. So we were just talking and you know what I'm saying? It was my son and my niece, Nita May, and Lil J. We was on there thinking we were going to be seen and everything. Child, you couldn't see nothing. You could hear our voices, but we had absolutely no visuals. So basically, they could hear all the little rambling noises we were making, all the little stuff we were doing, trying to click here. They could hear everything. We were actually live, but there just was no visuals, right? So we went around with that for a little while, and like we're just gonna get off this thing. We're gonna hop out and try and figure out how we can actually, have the camera display us. And finally, we just closed that one out, and then we jumped on over to use the phone. Now, here's the next problem I had. See all these little messages that be popping up talking about horizontal, vertical, all this crazy stuff. I mean, I know what horizontal means and I know what vertical means, but these little messages that were popping up on screen just didn't make sense to me. I'm thinking like, what are you saying? I still can't go live. They still can't see me. But apparently, honey, all the while, yeah, we was live, baby. Everything that we said, everything we did, it was being recorded, but we couldn't understand why they still couldn't see us. You know what I'm saying? Like, why y'all can't see us? So yeah, it was a hot mess. I was just pointing here, looking. It was a hot mess. But finally, we figured it out. What it was, you have to have your setting. If you are like me, Whenever I upload a video to the YouTube platform, I always have it in private or unlisted. That gives you enough time to go in and put all the things in your description bar and your title to make all the tweaks you want to make before it actually goes live, right? So I didn't realize that I had to go in each time and make it public. I had to go in and make that live public because it was under the unlisted or private setting in my usual, uploads. Child, that was a problem right there. So Nita Mae figured it out. Thank God for these young minds, honey, because I was about to give it up because I was trying everything I knew how to do and it just wasn't working. But finally, we were actually able to get that setting right and make it go public. And then we was like, can y'all see me? And listen, we were making crazy faces. Lil J was making crazy faces and all this crazy stuff was going on when we were actually live, but we didn't know no better. So when they said they could see, it was like, oh, camera mode, you know what I'm saying? But actually after that, everything turned out great. It was so much fun. And yeah, we had planned to be on there for maybe like 10 minutes, just to try it out. And we ended up actually on that live stream for like over 30 minutes. And we had quite a few. Well, I won't say quite a few. To me, it was quite a few. I think we ended up having at least 11 people come in on that live stream that day. So it was so much fun. These are some things that can go wrong. There's always technical issues that can go wrong. And a lot of times it's this user error, which in my case, was user error. I didn't know what I was doing. But it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to always know what you're doing. But here's the thing. You learn more in the process of doing stuff as opposed to just not doing it and just being in paralyzed by fear, analysis paralysis. You know what I'm saying? You look at everything, you try to check out all the things that could go wrong or all the things you need to do, but you never do it. So I made my first step and I actually went live and it was exciting. So I want to encourage you guys. If you've been thinking about going live, yeah, you might have some technical difficulties, but you might not. If you take the proper steps before you hit that go live button. There's a few settings you have to make sure that are turned on and some that you have to make sure they're turned off. But other than that, honey, I'm telling you, it is a fun experience. It was something different because me personally, I consider myself a semi-introvert. You know what I'm saying? I was always a shy person and I just, but hey, look at me now. So just take that first step. Bottom line, baby. Just take that first step. And if you've been thinking about going live, you should do it. If you make mistakes, what's the worst that can happen? You can always just hit that button and shut it down. And if you don't want that video published, then you can put it as private or whatever. And you don't even have to worry about it being displayed on the YouTube platform. So, but yeah. You get more watch hours. Girl, y'all know we be trying to get them watch hours up. You know what I'm saying? You get more people to subscribe lots of times. Meet new people. You my get a friends chance to connect with other people. Fellow content and of creators, course, you get them watch hours. So if you haven't considered going live, baby, just do it. It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? Just learn from my mistakes. Make sure that your video is set for public so that you can have a visual. As far as trying to do it on the webcam from your laptop or desktop, I still got to figure that one out. But anyway, please like, subscribe, come on back to my channel. And if you guys want to see that crazy first video I'm talking about, or the second one that we did, it's called, I think you won't believe what happened on my first live stream. Check it out. It's right here. Just go ahead and check it out. We'll see you next time. Go live. Really wasn't so bad, but it took a little while for me to get it. But once I did, we truly enjoyed our first live.